Welcome to this presentation on how to write the CIPD Level 7 questions for 7CO01 assessment for 2024-25. You can visit our website by clicking on link provided in comment sections or chat with us on WhatsApp on clicking link to get best expert help. You will find how to write this question in this video. Kindly subscribe us to and message us on. To begin this presentation, I would introduce the concept of systemic thinking and its growing relevance in people management. Systemic thinking involves understanding issues not as isolated incidents, but as part of a broader, interconnected system. For HR professionals, this means recognizing how recruitment, leadership, culture, and strategy influence and depend on one another. Systemic approaches promote long-term thinking, which is crucial in addressing the root causes of issues like high turnover or low engagement, rather than just managing symptoms. In today's complex and constantly evolving business environments, linear problem-solving is often insufficient. By adopting a systemic lens, HR can identify feedback loops, conflicting goals, or outdated assumptions that may be contributing to problems. This slide sets the foundation for understanding why systemic thinking is not just useful, but essential for solving people management challenges in a sustainable and inclusive way. The first key point in my presentation would be how systemic thinking enhances organizational diagnosis. Too often, HR responses are reactive, focusing on isolated incidents such as a sudden rise in grievances or poor team performance. Systemic thinking enables us to step back and examine underlying causes. For example, persistent underperformance in one department may be linked to unclear role definitions, lack of cross-functional collaboration, or cultural mismatches. Systemic tools such as causal loop diagrams or feedback analysis can reveal these patterns over time. This approach not only helps to solve the immediate problem, but also ensures that interventions are well-targeted and effective in the long run. A systemic diagnosis helps HR professionals move beyond surface-level data to uncover the invisible dynamics at play within an organization, making it an invaluable skill for sustainable people management. The second point is about how systemic thinking improves stakeholder collaboration. One of the main challenges in people management is dealing with competing priorities and fragmented communication between departments. Systemic thinking fosters a shared understanding of goals and challenges by making interdependencies explicit. When HR professionals facilitate stakeholder mapping or systems mapping exercises, they help teams see how their actions influence one another. This encourages collaboration and collective ownership of both problems and solutions. For example, resolving high turnover might involve not only HR, but also line managers, finance for compensation issues, and IT for digital tools. Instead of imposing top-down solutions, systemic thinking promotes inclusive dialogue, which often leads to more innovative and practical outcomes. This mindset also builds trust and alignment across the organization, making it easier to implement and sustain change over time. The third point of my presentation focuses on how systemic thinking enables adaptive change. In today's unpredictable work environment, people management challenges, such as hybrid working, skills gaps, or diversity issues, require agile and iterative solutions. Systemic thinking helps organizations build resilience by encouraging continuous learning and feedback. Rather than rigid planning, HR strategies become more adaptive and responsive to internal and external shifts. For instance, after introducing a flexible work policy, feedback loops can help HR understand its impact on performance and well-being, and make adjustments accordingly. This adaptability is crucial for maintaining alignment between people strategies and organizational goals. Moreover, systemic thinking cultivates a mindset of inquiry, encouraging teams to ask, "What's really going on here?" and "What else might be affected?" which leads to smarter and more sustainable decisions. It prepares the organization to thrive amidst uncertainty and complexity. To conclude the presentation, I would summarize the three core arguments for using systemic thinking in HR practice. First, it enhances organizational diagnosis by helping us identify root causes rather than superficial symptoms. Second, it improves collaboration across departments, ensuring decisions are informed, inclusive, and practical. Third, it supports adaptive change, allowing HR strategies to evolve in response to real-time challenges. Systemic thinking shifts HR from a transactional to a transformational function, enabling us to solve people problems more sustainably. These ideas are not just theoretical. They're backed by research and practical examples from successful organizations. By adopting a systemic approach, we position HR as a strategic partner that drives meaningful change. I would close the presentation by encouraging participants to explore systemic tools and frameworks in their own practice, and to see complexity not as a barrier, but as an opportunity to learn and lead differently.